What's up, guys? Matchbox Madness. Time for another Matchbox car review. Today we are taking a look at the new for 2017 Jeep Gladiator. Now, personally, I do not know much about this car. I am not a big Jeep guy. I know a lot about supercars, but Jeeps obviously aren't supercars. However, I know Jeeps themselves have a devoted fan base. So if you're one of that devoted fan base, please let me know in the comments down below information about this car. I'll go ahead and tag it so that everyone can see it and get some update info, because all I know is the stuff about the Matchbox model. Other than that, I know nothing else. So let's go ahead and get this thing open. Coolio. Now, it is sporting a very nice army green color, as you can see, and I believe army green's a pretty popular color for Jeep. Maybe it's Land Rover I'm thinking of. All I know is there's some Land Rover Jeep. I think it's a Land Rover, actually, now that I think of it, that is very famous. The old 1940s one or whatever is army green, and that's its signature color. Whatever. That's not the car we're talking about today. We're talking about the Jeep Gladiator. This is Matchbox hasn't done very many new Jeeps recently. They did the Cherokee. They haven't really done anything since, but we just got this Gladiator this year, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. We get some nice, if we focus in here, we get some nice off-road wheels here. They're 5 spokes. It's kind of hard to see because of the color. The rim color is black, just like the tire color, so it's kind of hard to see, but they are 5 spokes. You get a nice sunroof. You can see into the interior here. It'll be interesting to notice. Look inside Matchbox interiors. Sometimes there are variations inside them, such as seat belts or toolboxes and stuff, that one version will have, but the other won't. So there will be variations within the casting itself, which is very cool. Matchbox likes to do that a lot, but I know of none on this model. I don't believe there are any either. There's nothing in the bed of this truck or Jeep either. And on the side, we get a nice little tire. Pretty simple casting. I know people went nuts when this is released. Personally, this isn't a model that appeals to me that much, I would say. I'm not a big Jeep guy, as I said earlier, so I didn't see the Jeep Gladiator and go, oh my god, I have to have that. I saw it, I was like, looks pretty cool, it looks pretty realistic, it looks like a Matchbox model. It's a stock off-road car. They do absolutely fantastic with stock models of cars, and this one is no exception. In terms of tampos, I am a little disappointed. Of course, we get the signature Jeep rear. The Jeep is actually not a tampo itself, but it's actually part of the casting, so that's very cool. I like it when they do that. We get some taillights, as you can see. Nice gas cap, it looks like, on the side. It looks like that's a tampo. Doesn't appear to be any headlights, though I don't know how easily that would be, as you have the indents for the headlights and the grills on the model itself. The front bumper here also kind of comes up and interferes with that. So a little disappointing to see no tampos for headlights, but at the same time, it might be a situation where they can't necessarily do it. This is a model that really went under the radar of a lot of people. It was one of 4 new models inside one case, and 2 of the new models were the extremely popular Volkswagen Golf Country and BMW i8. It also featured other models like the Mazda Miata and Volkswagen Golf. So a lot of people, it kind of just got lost with a bunch of other great castings, because it's not, it's not a casting that necessarily stands out. It is a Jeep, and Jeeps aren't necessarily, when you see a Jeep, you're not like, oh my god, a Jeep. You're like, oh, a Jeep. You see a BMW i3, you're like, holy crap, a BMW. It's also an electric car. You see a Mazda Miata, you're like, a Miata. The Volkswagen Golf Country is a really popular car in Europe. It's kind of a more unique casting, so it caught people's eye. The Gladiator isn't necessarily one of these crazy unique choices by Matchbox, which is another reason I don't think it was hyped as much. So it just kind of got put in the wrong place at the wrong time, I think. There were cases where I think it would have been much better suited, where it would have been the highlight. Unfortunately, it got put in the best batch of the year, so it kind of got lost. But personally, I'm a big fan of it. On a scale of 1 to 10, we're going to give it an 8. Kind of losing some points for, obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I'm not a big Jeep guy. Execution, it's a Matchbox model. It's pretty much a 10 on this car. I'd probably be a 9 because of the tampos. So yeah, it loses some points for no headlight tampos. Also, it's not, I think, the most unique, the most awesome casting. When I look at grading a casting, I look at first execution. Does the color work? Does it look realistic? Does it sit right? Does it have good stance? How's the tampo work? Is it a full tampo treatment? Obviously, it wasn't here. The execution was perfect up until that point. The other thing I look is, what kind of model is it? Is it unique? Is it fun? Is it cool? I don't know if unique or fun or cool is necessarily a word you use to describe the Jeep Gladiator. I think it just kind of looks... I don't know. I'm trying to think of... I put myself on the spot here and I can't answer. If I look at the Jeep Gladiator, I think badass. That's what I'll go with. The Jeep Gladiator does look sort of badass. I'd be interested to see what Matchbox could do with kind of some different liveries on this one. I think it could get kind of fun. But anyways, that's all for now, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.